Hey guys! You didn't think I'd let Fashion Week go by without saying anything, did you? Today I'm here with my two very special ladies, and we are going to be talking about some of the more miraculous and show-stopping moments of Fashion Week. Today we have Angel.
Hi.
And Angel, do you want to tell us about your stuff?
Sure, of course. My name is Angel Abasi. I am the style connoisseur. I am a lifestyle journalist and a style influencer. I love fashion, and I'm so excited to be here.
And of course we have Claire. Claire, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Claire Idera. I'm a fashion illustrator and a designer, and I'm happy to be here as well.
Well, thank you ladies so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So guys, Fashion Week 2017, what did we think? How did we feel?
Ugh. Oh my God. I have to say, I think my favorite shows were from New York and Paris.
Yeah.
I wasn't really feeling Milan and London.
Really?
London most especially. It's
Not even the Versace show.
What?
Yeah.
like
I mean, let's be honest. The Versace show was incredible. She did outdo herself.
Yeah, she did.
For Milan, of course, she's the top.
Yeah,
At the Milan fashion in
I
Milan.
thought it was
this
actually
year.
sensitive more than.
It
like,
was?
Yeah, because
It was
more.
insensitive?
It was sensitive.
Oh yes.
It was more like let's
Like a
you know,
tribute.
Remember our
Even-
dare.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Even down to the song, I really like the lyrics. Like she has it. And I think the thing I like about Donatella is people might think that just because she is Gianni's sister, that she
She's
just
not
kind of
as
took
good.
over. Yeah, but
She's
this
not
line,
as good. This
nah,
line,
she's inconsistent.
this was, I think, one of Donatella's best
best.
since Gianni died.
I wouldn't say. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say best. I would,
I
just
would say best. It was incredible. It was everything. It was no.
And
But
I would wear every single piece
every
on
single
that
thing
runway.
because it's
Fair
Versace.
enough.
It's easy for you to just say, "Ah,
Yeah.
okay,
It's too much. It can be
it's the
too
same
much.
thing.
It can be
Exactly,
a
it
lot.
can be
It
too
can be a
much.
lot,
But
yeah.
she was exact. She was perfect. She took her time.
Yeah,
and she
she
wanted
did.
to do it right, not just by her,
Yeah.
but for Gianni. And that's
Exactly.
something you obviously know that Gianni
Yeah.
would probably put out there, and you
Yeah,
can see everybody
definitely.
commenting. And even though she even went extra, bringing people like
Cindy Crawford.
Naomi,
Crawford.
Cindy Crawford,
Yeah.
so you know that she
was
was
really-
really
like-
into it. She was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
True.
this is my year. No, this is my year. So I think she did
Yeah.
amazing.
What did you think about the way she mixed the traditional print with the white background?
Yeah,
What did you
I
think
felt
about
like it was obviously she brought back the classics,
Yeah.
and it was like let's take it back and let's not be too modern because I feel like most designers get carried away with being modern, being new, but she made it very antique and
Yeah.
still chic as Versace is.
And
you know.
I
classy.
completely agree.
Yeah,
Very
classy.
much
Yeah.
so.
Classy.
Did you guys pick up on any? I mean, I personally picked up on some very 80s vibes, some
Yes.
very 90s vibes, the slick
And
back hair.
70s, not
Yeah,
even 90s, more
exactly.
like 70s, 80s.
There were some 90s in
Yeah,
there.
maybe for
And
that guy with the
also
black.
there's another thing I feel like most designers did for Fashion Week was
Yeah.
the androgynous style. Especially for women, everybody was pushing out suits,
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
power
Exaggerate.
suits,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Everybody was
Very
going for
much
that.
so.
Dior was doing that.
Yeah.
Balmain did
Yeah.
that. Everybody was and also
Exactly.
the jumpsuits,
Yeah.
the Darks,
Yeah,
London
yeah.
Fashion Week. He also did that. Balmain also did the jumpsuits. Everybody was so. I think that was a huge trend.
Yeah,
And apart from
definitely.
the
Shoulders are
80s,
big.
Yeah.
apart from the
Shoulders are
80s,
very big.
they made sure that they brought back this pants because for women it's becoming the same thing: skirts, shirts,
Flowy,
dresses,
pretty.
flowy. So now they're feeling like, okay, let's just make it androgynous. Let's just
Yeah.
make it extra. Although I feel like for men, when we talk about androgynous style, you're always thinking about women wearing the man kind
Yeah.
of thing. Nobody's saying anything for women or for
Men,
guys that
yeah,
are putting
wearing
on
more
women
things.
because androgynous is supposed to be for both women and men alike. But anyways, I just feel like that was a huge trend this year.
I feel like this was one of the years where I actually felt like I could relate to a lot of the models. So I could see myself wearing a lot of
stuff.
the clothes.
As opposed- yeah.
Carolina Herrera's line, for example, I copped every single piece she brought out. I loved, because it was very
Yes,
Parisian, it was very girl next door, it was very, one of your coworkers is wearing that dress, and there were lots of slits, again with the shoulders, the waistlines. I really feel like she had one of the most relatable lines.
Well, it's
out there.
different. I mean, for like the girl, I won't say regular girl, but the girl who is not so girly like me, you know, I felt it was a little bit hard to find, you know, designers that I could really relate to, except for maybe the show's Topshop. You know, there were lots
Topshop
of
was
denims, and I'm like, yes, you know, finally, no shoulder pads,
Finally.
no, you know,
Yeah.
colorful things, but it was still good.
Really quickly, I just want to talk about Balmain this year and his love for plastic. He did do, I mean, I really love Balmain. I mean, I feel like he has a huge potential. Let's even bring the Kardashians aside and how much they've helped his brand. I feel like he has huge potential. I love what he did with cages last 2 years. And I like what he did last year with the same cages. And he came this year and he did, I'm just like, stop it, Olivier. Stop it right now. But at the same time, he did try to, just like Chanel, the same thing, the same fabric, the same idea, but just with plastic.
But you know the
get-
thing about Olivia Husting for Balmain is, you know, Balmain is a very classic French brand, and it's also, I feel like he still does a very good job of keeping it classic, keeping the original
Sticking
ethos
to
there,
that style.
but he brings that young style.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching the shows earlier, and I was like, to come out with these collections time after time after time, the pressure is intense. Because as a creative, you know, I feel as though my process has to happen naturally. It has to happen when it wants to happen. And they can be very temperamental things, having your process, and it's not coming when you need it, and you're feeling blocked. So sometimes I watch these shows and I'm like, the pressure these designers must be under to perform again and again and again and constantly push the envelope.
But the thing about fashion shows is that's why they always say, if you can't afford it, sit back. Because most of the people who go for the shows are the people who have a large design team. So they're not relying on one person's emotion, whether or not he's ready to create a collection. They have 100, well, I won't say 100, but 25 people there ready to bring up ideas. So that's fine. But when you're an individual, sole proprietor, you have only your business and 2 tailors at the back, and Fashion Week is here and you can't produce a collection, and you really want to go on the show, you're in the shoes to actually sit your ass down and work. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And get
So,
something
yeah.
ready.
You sweat.
And push it out when you're
But,
ready.
you
Walk
know-
at your own pace as opposed to trying to push out something because every
Exactly.
other person is doing it.
Exactly.
So I understand where exactly you're coming from.
But then we're talking about like materials that keep repeating themselves in Africa, or rather in Nigeria, because I think South Africa, they have a larger range of materials when it comes to you know, their shoes and fashion. You know, as time goes on, we'll get there. But you know, things like, you know, leather, things like, you know,
Crepe.
a crepe is common. We always get crepe, chiffon, we always get Ankara.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree that chiffon and crepe are common, but it's also, one thing I like,
Quality.
and the way people mix those mediums. I think it's important. You can have the same materials. You can give 5, in fact, I would like to see a situation where you gave 5 designers all the same materials, and I want to see what they
See
do.
what
with
they
it.
do, yeah.
I want to see what they do.
I was
with it.
about to say that it's always about what you put out there. I mean,
sure.
we have to say Lisa Folario, she does work with a lot of Ankara.
Yeah.
A lot of prints. She's
Yeah.
a print person, but you can see that she's obviously putting in the work
Yeah,
to
definitely.
create something different out of what we normally see from all the print
Yeah.
wearers in the world. Do you understand? So her work is out there, and it is exceptional. You can know, you
Yeah.
see her, and you know, oh, that's Lisa's work.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I was
So-
speaking with someone the other day about this actually, and I feel like the more established designers know very well how to bring prints
Yeah.
Together,
and
yes.
fusion. Lisa
Yes.
Folario does that very well. I know Odemwini does that very
Yeah.
well, and they know how to bring them together without, and so
Without
they
making
keep
it look
looking
too
new.
traditional.
Too traditional,
Exactly, and like you see the
and just
cuts are
boring.
different. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Because it's interesting, you know. For example, if you go for a wedding or something and you have an outfit that's very elaborate, you know, maybe if you decide to dissect it, and you might have a plain top and a busy bottom, or vice versa. But I feel like with designers that are more established and
They
more
just
mature,
go for the prints.
you know, they go for the print. But even if you were to dissect that same
Yeah.
dress, you have to
You have something
complete
different.
outfit. And I
Yes.
think that's a true sign of skill, and I really like that. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been a very good discussion. I feel like, you know, no, but it's good because sometimes it's hard. You know, people don't want to talk about fashion, but it's very good. And I think we brought a lot of things. And I think we posed some challenging questions to the design world, to the Nigerian fashion scene as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with. Yeah.
Me too.
All right, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon. Bye.